So, if you've ever trained a new intern or coached a new team member, you already understand what human in the loop AI is. The only difference, instead of teaching a person what good looks like, you're teaching a machine. And that's how we keep AI agents smart, safe, and aligned with your expertise by treating them like learners who need guidance, not replacements working in isolation. Because human in the loop simply just means that you're staying in the driver's seat. When an AI gives you an answer, it doesn't just decide it's right? A human can step in and needs to step in to review, to give it feedback. It's just like reviewing your new trainee's work. Each piece of feedback helps the system learn what good looks like using your expertise, your judgment, not by replacing it, but by scaling your judgment. Because essentially, an AI agent will generate a response. It just generates some response based off of the information it has at any given time. You, as the human, needs to evaluate that. Use your nuance, use your judgment, and evaluate it for quality and for accuracy. And then we take that information and we apply that to the AI agent so that it can correct and learn so that future responses, whether it be you or your entire company, can benefit from that feedback. And overall, your AI will improve over time, just like a new employee or an intern would. So AI models are great at patterns, but they're terrible at nuance, and they don't know where a sentence sounds off or when a subtle detail matters. And that's where you come in. Think of it like training a new assistant. The first few times you check every single detail, but over time, they start getting it right on their own. And that's human reinforcement learning. You've been doing this your entire business career, or even, as a student. Because at the early stage, you're going to check everything, you're going to be correcting its mistakes, you're going to be providing lots of oversight, lots of guidance. Then all of that information is then taken, it observes the feedback, what are some of those patterns, so it can start to anticipate what you're really asking when you ask for that report or that dashboard. And then that helps start giving you confidence that that AI agent can actually accomplish the work that you're asking it to do, just like asking your assistant to do more complex things over time. And at the end of the day, you'll still perform strategic spot checks and quarterly reviews, monthly reviews, whatever process that is. You'll want to build that in here so that you can continue improving it over time. So how do we use this in practice? So first, we collect all of the agent outputs. We store every question and answer flows into a open source product called Langfuse that we use to a complete trace of its behavior, its reasoning. Why did it choose to use different tools? Why did it do the things that it did? We then run automated evaluations. Think of this as another agent to be a grader. This will automatically score each of the responses for accuracy, for clarity, for helpfulness. These are the types of things that it's looking for. And when it's not sure, when a new task is being trained, we send that example to the human review queue. Then a human scores it, and that's where it becomes gold. It's the training set to help improve the next cycle. So what are you actually doing when you review? When you're in Langfuse reviewing a response, you're kind of like grading an exam, or you're not grading an exam, you're coaching. You're showing the system how an expert in your field, say medical supplies, real estate, policy, how it judges quality. So you want to provide correct and clear, so make sure that the response is accurate, well-structured, and matches what you consider quality. If it needed additional context, tell it, hey, the agent should have retrieved the latest information from Salesforce, or it should have had the access to this document or this helps in our article to give a better response. And if there's, of course, any inaccurate sources, your data is not perfect. Nobody's is. If that got in there and it says, hey, the sky is blue, and your document said the sky is red, well, then you need to get that outdated context out of there. So it can help guide you on where you need to clean up your data. So, and then your feedback, that AI learns from patterns across hundreds of these moments. So your feedback isn't just fixing one answer, it improves thousands. And you need to stop fearing that AI is going to replace you. You need to think of it in that mindset of treat it like an eager, very intelligent intern that just needs your guidance so they can help scale you. That's what great leaders do, is that they scale their expertise. Because without humans, you have very confused AIs guess without guidance. They're inconsistent. They just don't know what they're doing. Think of it this way. An AI without human guidance is like an intern with no mentor. Guesses, it overconfidently writes things it just doesn't understand. So when you review, you're giving the AI a compass. And with a better compass, the AI can help be a better coworker over time, which is going to save you time, money, so that you can focus on work that actually matters. Because every production AI system will need some sort of human in the loop, not because AI is dumb, but because quality matters, and human reinforcement learning lets us combine what humans do best, judgment and nuance, and then do what AI does best, which are speed and scale. And the result is that you're going to end up with an agent that reflects your standards, your expertise, your brand voice. So when we say human in the loop, we're really saying human at the center. And that is the future of intelligent automation in business. So if you're curious how we put this into production, subscribe and follow for more about how we use Answer Agent and Langfuse scale to build trust in our agents.